Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a topic that many of you have been requesting for almost a year now, and I'm excited to finally delve in and tell you all the details. So let's get started. Hi, my name is Katie and welcome to Life in the Mundane. I am a second generation homeschool mom of 6 beautiful kiddos, and on this channel we talk all things resources. I love to share with you resources that are going to help you in your homeschooling and help encourage you in your biblical parenting and how you can utilize those to their fullest potential so that you can make the most of the little moments. So back about a year ago, I sat in this very spot and I shared with you guys my 2020-2021 curriculum picks, including curriculum choices for my oldest son who has high-functioning autism. One of the supplemental materials that we were planning to use for this past year was Cognifit. And when I posted and shared about that program, I had an overwhelming response of questions and feedback, people wanting to know, what is Cognifit? How does it work? Why did you choose it? And is it really worth it? And that is what I'm hoping to tackle here today. So what is Cognifit? Well, Cognifit is a company that is dedicated towards the health and betterment of cognitive functions and skills in children and in adults. Cognifit offers 2 different products on their website. These can both be used independently, or for best results, you can use them together. The 2 different products are very simple. The first is an assessment. This is going to test where your child is at, what cognitive skills they may need more improvement on, and what areas that they're doing great in. I've really appreciated the assessment approach for this and giving the detailed report that it gives. The assessment is made up of 2 different parts. The first part being a questionnaire, asking them different questions about getting to understand their physical well-being and their lifestyle choices and different behavioral aspects that you may see. The second part is a series of tasks or games, for a better term, that your child will complete on their own that will help test those cognitive functions. Each game or task actually tests multiple functions, which I really appreciate because this whole test is going to give you a general idea of over 20 functions in the brain. For the assessment, you are definitely going to want to be present with your child, partially because some of the assessment questions need to be answered by a parent, but the other part of it is just to make sure your child generally understands the instructions being given. But be careful, mama. I know it's tempting to want to help them out or give them a little hint. You need to make sure they're being truly assessed and when they actually can do. This is not a test to see if you're right or wrong, but to see what areas we can help improve in. Once a child completes the evaluation, you will get this whole packet of information about your child, breaking down for you exactly the different functions that your child may struggle with. There are so many great details in here, and I would show you inside, but it is my son's personal information, and I just want to protect his privacy, so I'm just going to highlight a few things for you. Inside of your cognitive profile or your results of your assessment, you are going to find that it covers several different topics. It's going to give you a list of different charts, different kinds of recommendations, as well as detailed information about your child and their struggle. There are 5 different areas that it's going to break it down into, and that is reasoning, memory, attention, coordination, and perception. And then within each of those categories, there are subcategories covering the 20-ish or so different cognitive functions that are being tested within this test. One of my favorite sections of the assessment is the detailed cognitive report, which will give your child a target here that will either be red, green, or yellow, depending on your child's level of understanding with it. Green being we're good, red being we got a lot of work to do, and yellow being we need to have a little bit of work. We're getting there. But with that, not only does it give you a child an actual score, which will be helpful here in a little bit, and give it a color, it also gives it a description and will tell you if your child is struggling in this area or based on their score, you may be seeing this or that. And I was shocked at how well it described my child. Yes, we had some greens, but we also had some reds and yellows for sure. And it was recommended at the end of the assessment that we continue on with this, what we like to call brain training, or the cognitive program, which is the second product. So the second product, like I said, is the cognitive training, which is a stimulation tool that's designed to activate, exercise, and strengthen those cognitive functions. So it works on things like improving your attention, your memory, your executive function, your coordination, your reasoning, and your perception. And it is done on the computer. It is done in 10 to 15 minute segments, ideally once a day. Your child will complete a series of tasks, usually about 2 games that will work on an area that they are weak in and help build those cognitive skills, and then usually 1 assessment tool area. Each day, after they've completed their tasks that are given to them for that 10 to 15 minute period, it will assess where they are at that point and update their scores within the program. So you and your child can actually see the growth that they have been making. There are pie charts, and again, those number scores are updated. See the progress that is made, even if you do not decide to do the assessment at the beginning. So who is Cognifit for exactly? Well, actually, it's designed for ages 7 and up. And when I say 7 and up, I mean all the way up to adults. Many adults need to improve their cognitive function, and this is definitely a tool that you can use as well as your kids. However, we used it in the context of homeschooling, which is why I keep referring to being next to your child or looking at your child's results. One of the things you do need to know is that your child will need a basic need and understanding of just basic computer skills in order to complete this program. And if your child is younger or maybe struggles a little bit more, it might be a good idea to make sure that you are present or need just a little bit more supervision for your child to make sure they're making the most of this program. For our personal situation, we found that I needed to be side by side, giving extra supervision at the beginning to make sure my son had full understanding of each and every requirement of the different tasks. And then once he got the routine and how it worked, he was very easily able to adapt, and now he is doing it completely independently. So why did we decide to do this program? Well, I'll be honest with you. The Timberdoodle company, which I love, by the way, approached me and offered the opportunity for me to try out this amazing program. They said, this is something new we're offering, Cognifit, and we would love for you to try it out and give your honest review. I had a child who struggled with cognitive function, and I figured, why not? Let's give it a try. And I have been very, very impressed with it overall. For those who have kids with special needs, you know that we would do anything for our kids, right? Anything to help them succeed in life. 10 to 15 minutes a day, I felt like it was something I could easily fit into our school schedule. Turned out to be a huge blessing because it turned out that my son actually had very low cognitive skills in many different areas. He did have some that were in the green, but many of them were in the yellow and red. And that was frustrating to him each day. It was causing a lot of miscommunications. I was having trouble understanding if the tasks he was doing or the behavioral issues we were seeing, was that due to lack of ability or lack of trying. And this kind of helped clear that up for us and helped actually equip him with the tools to make changes that he needed to make. Now the question you've all been waiting for, was it actually worth it? Is it actually worth it? Well, the truth is he has definitely improved in his cognitive function. His scores have gone up quite a bit. We have a long ways to go, guys. I'm not gonna tell you that overnight it completely changed everything for him. But score-wise, he went from having a lot of reds and yellows to having no reds, some yellows, and a lot of greens. And that was very exciting and encouraging for him and myself. But how does that play out in real life? Well, we have seen an improvement in his general demeanor. We've seen his ability to shift from one activity to another, being able to stay focused on tasks and follow directions. We have seen improvement in all of those areas. We've even seen improvements in short-term memory, which at the time, guys, was one of the worst scoring points in his assessment. Can I say that that was all due to this program and this program alone? No. Because the truth is, any parent knows that it's always a combination of factors that helps your child improve. And we can't ever pinpoint that one thing because there never is just one thing going on in a child's life. Yes, we did start tutoring with our son as he has severe dyslexia. Yes, we did start going to therapy and having kind of counseling sessions once a week with him. Yes, we did start Cognifit. We did all of these things, and together we have seen huge improvements, like night and day improvements in my son. And that has been a huge encouragement. So was it all Cognifit? Probably not, but it definitely did contribute and was definitely a piece of the puzzle that helped us move forward into future success. So you might ask, am I going to do it again next year? Would I consider doing it again? The truth is, yes, I would consider doing it again. Whether we'll do it again next year for my son, I don't know. He is doing so well that we may just kind of take a year, see how it goes, and see what naturally develops. But I have considered adding it for my daughter, who definitely is having some trouble with processing issues and could use strengthening in that. The only thing that is preventing me from 100% saying, yeah, let's do it, is that I'm not sure that her computer skills are up to par or her understanding skills are up to par to be able to do this more independently like my son did. And I'm not sure this year I can really handle adding on an additional activity that might require more one-on-one from me, as most of her work is actually pretty dependent on me. So we'll see. I definitely think we'll use it again in the future for her and maybe again for my son. Overall, I would give it a big thumbs up, but whether or not it's right for you and your family, hopefully this video can help you determine that. And just know that each child is different, and what helps some may not help others. So do your own research, give it a try, and I hope you'll let me know what you think if you do. Be sure to stick around, check out the link down below to check out Cognifit from Timberdoodle, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.